What was it like, Adam, stepping out onto the ground in your 300th?
Oh, it was fantastic, Peter. It was exciting. I was anxious about the game, so it was good to have a Thursday night game, get it out of the way nice and early. But big game, big crowd.
And the game went well for you?
Yeah. That was probably one of the another things that makes you a little bit tense and anxious, is you want to obviously celebrate your milestone, but celebrate in the way that you all put in a strong performance on the night.
You came pretty close to it at the end of last year, and then injuries beset you. So you've had all pre-season to think about it too, I suppose. Was that a good thing or a bad thing?
Look, I think it was definitely a good thing. It certainly committed my pre-season to the goal of 300 in round 2.
Adam, you're a country boy at heart. Your career started in Colac.
Yeah, look, I played junior footy as a kid through school, like most young fellas out of the country. But I actually had a school teacher who was an umpire at the local umpiring association, which is the Colac umpires. And because he saw me, I was doing quite well with the footy and athletics, he said, why don't you become an umpire? Great way to stay fit and get yourself even, fitter. But you also get a good bit of pocket money on the weekends as well. So that's actually how I got involved with umpiring in the first place. Probably aided a little bit by the former coach who came down to Colac, which was Mark Whitscarth, who was the next AFL umpire.
So what came first, Adam, your athletics or your umpiring? Because you've had significant success in both.
Look, it was probably a combination of both, actually.
So you made a stall gift final. What sort of an experience was that if we compare it to perhaps a grand final?
Yeah, look, they're both amazing events and amazing experiences. Obviously, there's a massive build-up to the AFL grand finals and the early finals. Stall gift, you are still preparing for the whole year for it, but it does come and go very quickly. Obviously, it's only 120 metres and 12 seconds of the race, but you do get very nervous in the lead up and in the warm up, probably much similar to what happens in the grand final. You really just want to get out there and get running and settle into your rhythm. Of course, with the stall gift, you don't get much time to do that. It comes and goes pretty quick. But no, both great, amazing events.
So you've umpired 25 finals, which include 5 grand finals. Does any of those grand finals stand out for any reason?
I guess they all do in their own way. Definitely the first one is, I'm not saying the most memorable, but you can remember the anxiousness, the nerves in that first one. The other ones you sort of feel a little bit more comfortable.
I note with interest on the weekend that you had a couple of names of guys who you umpired with that you might have spent a fair bit of time with over the last few years, Marantelli and Burrows in particular. Obviously, you meet a lot of good people on the way through. Is that what motivates you now to come to training after 15 years on the list?
Oh, definitely, Pete. Yeah, I mean, it's the friends and the mateship you make from umpiring. Most of the guys I've come through, or a lot of the guys have come through the VFL at the same time, and even the younger guys.
You're the 13th boundary umpire in the history of the game to umpire 300 AFL games. It's pretty special for you, mate.
Over the last few years, I've had quite a few injuries, so I've missed quite a lot of games. So it's probably a little bit hard to say, oh yeah, I definitely want to try and go for 400 or 350 or whatever. But it's just I'm just rapt to have got to 300. It's a great. I feel quite humbled to be just the 13th boundary umpire in the history to get to 300. It is, I think I was about 500. Well, I was the 514th boundary umpire on the list when I came on. So, it's such a small percentage sort of make it through to 300. So I feel, quite humbled about that opportunity of doing that.